From the creation to Earth's evolution and now the current population, life certainly isn't the same as it was before. Being a teenager now may not be the same as it was for our parents, but we still have the same problems, right? God made each of us different, no one just like the next, whether it be how we look to what we find an interest in. The world I live in now takes those details of singleness and twists it to be seen as a negative characteristic. Current beauty standards have specified certain attributes describing what beautiful should be, and we as a society have fallen into its reigning power. In a world with so many people, some have no one to turn to. Some have a feeling that deep down, those standards aren't those to reach. When we do have those who listen, how can you be fully content that they understand what is really going on? The thing is, we can't. With our busy minds and long days, we sometimes forget that there is someone who is always going to be there, even if we ask them to be or not. To be completely honest, I too forget that God is always with me, that God is here to listen, to understand, and to guide me to the truth that my beauty is different from others. Today, we as a society judge people without even knowing them. Things such as their personality, dreams, or their story are no longer factors in the standard definition of beauty. We are all children of God, so why would be created less than another? In the book of First Peter, chapter 3, verses 3 to 4, it says, "Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is a great work in God's sight." When we are first told something like this, we believe that it is true. The society shouldn't care what we look like. We end up feeling confident with our style and the direction our life is going. But after a while, those standards come creeping back, and although we now know that we shouldn't care what we look like, society finds a way to expose your greatest fears. Why is it so hard to keep the mentality that beauty comes from within? That verse sometimes feels like a lie. How can anyone appreciate my personality if I can't accept how I look? For the past few months, I have been attending confirmation classes along with two of my peers. The thing that stuck with me the most throughout all our sessions is the fact that we all had different perspectives on various situations, even though we all grew up together. We each had seen a different angle of not only God, but the Bible, our society, and as well as our church. I saw confirmation classes as more of a place where I could learn more about myself and what I believe in. These classes helped me realize that things always have more than one meaning. I only saw that verse in a specific and somewhat closed-minded way. Looking back at it now, I can see that there are other ways that it can be viewed. It wasn't until I reread, "It should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit," that I began thinking, who truly knows me? The only person who really knows myself other than God is me. Trying my best to see the other perspective, something seemed to click. It should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. We were not being told that others should have the duty of revealing how much worth we have, more so that we should realize that we are enough. We have been blessed with the small task of loving what we have. The only way we can completely demolish current beauty standards is by caring for what God gave us. I never would have come to this conclusion if I didn't feel comfortable expressing my opinions during classes. I was never scared to ask questions, having the fear of being judged. Confirmation classes weren't only a place where I could learn more about this religion, but it was also a place where I could learn more about myself and what I believed in. Using what I learned in classes and what I experienced with my peers, I now look towards my future, knowing that just accepting who I am will make me a better person. I want to help others realize that we aren't defined by our looks, but rather our thoughts and who we really are. It should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. The most important thing you can be is you.